Remember, the budget is predicated on a vaccine being available next year. Where is the government's evidence that a vaccine may be available? But Treasury is quick to say if there is an early vaccine from next July, GDP will get a $34 billion boost. But if there's not, we could be $55 billion down the drain. As my old man would say, that's a bloody big difference of about $90 billion. Well, enter Dr Sean Parsons, a critical care doctor who specialises in emergency and intensive care medicine. He's now the chief executive and founder of Ellume, a Brisbane medical technology company, who says he's found the key to returning the world back to some kind of normality. He has indeed received US $30 million, that's $42 million Australian, from the US government to roll his product off the production lines. But you know what I'm going to say? Dr Parsons is a Queenslander. He's had discussions with the Queensland government. They don't want to know about it. The Australian government? Nothing like the engagement he's had from the United States of America. He has 3 COVID-19 tests, which could be completed in less than 15 minutes and deployed at airports, stadia and offices, which would end the need for lockdowns. And, of course, it would contain the virus. Dr Parsons joins me from Brisbane. Sean Parsons, thank you for your time. You're arguing this is a unique technology. You've been at it for over a decade. America have helped with funding. You've got 3 tests at home, point of care for medical professionals, that's like surgeries and so on, and then these high throughput settings. So could this be used at airports, stadia, offices where there are crowds and yet there's no interest by the Queensland government?
Yep, sure can, Alan. Great to be with you. The point is to be able to get people tested early, either at the stadium as they're coming in, or maybe even before they go to the stadium, in the 6 to 24 hours beforehand.
And the Australian government know about you, but no interest, and you've been at this for a decade.
Yeah, that's right. We cut our teeth developing this for a home flu test, which is making terrific progress with the FDA, and we've turned our attention to COVID to be able to make rapid, accurate diagnostics for those 3 products, as you quite correctly outlined.
Well, let's just go to the one that concerns all of us, I suppose, more than anything, the home test. Now, as I understand it, you've got an analyzer which is connected to a smartphone via Bluetooth, and it digitally analyses a self-collected sample from the user's nasal passage, and then the results are transmitted through a secure cloud, a kind of internet storage system, and that generates a digital certificate of the results, and there it is for you. You know, yes or no, is that it?
That's exactly right. You got it in one.
So that would complement the use of a vaccine if and when it were available. I mean, we're all vaccine supporters. Testing is not a replacement, but this is a test which could determine in less than 15 minutes if you had the virus.
Yeah, quite right, and absolutely agree. The vaccines are very important, but it's testing as well as vaccinations that are going to be the key to unlocking not just Australia, but the world. And
do you have the appropriate clinical go-aheads?
So the clinical trials have started this week, actually, in America, to be able to support that data. The US government, the National Institutes of Health, have done their own independent testing on our technology and given it the green light. Indeed, they came back and said it's the most accurate that they've tested.
Amazing.
So we're confident of coming out well.
And your manufacturing facilities in Richlands, out the suburb of Brisbane, you get no handout from the budget, of course, but you'll be producing these tests, as I understand, in the coming weeks?
Correct, we're producing tests now. So yes, we have a facility which we built in Richlands, Anastasia Palistasia's electorate, as it turns out.
Yep. Near Anala, I know where it is. Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one. 150,000 tests a day in November as we ramp up, and we want to go bigger and harder next year.
And so you think that all these 3 productions would be available in the United States in time for Thanksgiving in late November? What about Australia?
Well, when the US government comes to support the manufacturing scale-up with $40 million, we can't really justify accepting that money and then selling the product or bring the product here to Australia. So while the Americans are supporting the funding, the Americans are going to be getting the product.
How typical. How typical. Sean, good stuff. Well done. Keep in touch. Good luck with all you do. Someone one day will wake up, I can assure you. Keep well. Thank you for sharing your time with us. There he is from Brisbane, Dr Sean Parsons.